I genuinely don't know how I feel about Howard the Duck. This was released in 1986. It's directed by Willard Huyck, and I apologize if I've mispronounced that, written by Huyck and Gloria Katz. And we have a cast including Ed Gale as the suit performer for Howard the Duck. We also have Jordan Prentice as a suit performer for Howard the Duck. And we have Lea Thompson, Tim Robbins, Jeffrey Jones, and various others. The performances are good. I love the design of Howard the Duck. I think there's something very captivating about the style of the duck. The character just looks really brilliant. The story is interesting as a concept, but I don't know how I feel about the execution. I think as a one-time watch, it felt quirky and creative, and as a novelty, I liked it. But I think with a second viewing, I wouldn't like it as much. And that's not just because, obviously, I know how various aspects of the narrative resolve. I think it would just lose its appeal quite quickly. This is about a duck who is sent from his home planet down to Earth. And, well, I don't want to say too much about what happens, but he becomes involved with some humans and might have an important role to play with regards to science and space discovery, and it's fine. I feel like while there is a narrative there is substance. It's not that it's lacking in story. For me, it absolutely was the novelty of the character of the duck. The comedy is different to the kind of comedy that I go for. So for me, it was a very different experience, and because of that, I thought as a one-time watch, it was quite fun. I think. I didn't necessarily, I don't know why I said that quite peculiarly. I didn't necessarily care that much for the story, but there is a story there. It's not one of those films where it's all style or uniqueness and no substance, but at the same time, I was never that emotionally invested in it. I didn't really care about it. For me, it was just the novelty of Howard the Duck as a character, the design of the character, getting to know his personality, and yeah, as a character, he is quite interesting. So I wouldn't say it's fully character-driven, but for me, the character was the appeal. The story is okay, though. Do I recommend it? I'd say as a one-time watch, it's worth checking out. For me, at least, it's a little different. It's certainly not like anything I've seen before, both in terms of, well, maybe the character of Howard the Duck. He's not the most unique character in the world, but certainly there is something quite fascinating about him. But the story itself is probably different to anything I've personally seen before. So, as a one-time, quite unique experience, Howard the Duck was okay. But I think the novelty would wear off with a second viewing. But a film being watchable only once is not a bad thing. I don't think films are necessarily designed to be watched over and over again. Well, maybe they are, but personally I don't tend to watch the same films multiple times apart from a very small selection of personal favourites. So, it's fine. It's creative. I love the design of the duck. The duck has an interesting personality. The narrative is okay. I think it's too long. It's nearly 2 hours and it doesn't need to be. It definitely does not need to be. But it's not the worst thing in the world, the length. It's okay. So in general, if you're looking for something a little different, a little creative, Howard the Duck might be okay. The narrative wasn't that interesting to me, but Howard the Duck as a character certainly was. And in general, I guess I'm happy to recommend it.